Let's talk about one of the most uncomfortable yet necessary leadership conversations you'll ever have: firing someone. Now, here's the truth: firing isn't failure, it's course correction. Every seasoned leader knows this, but few talk about it openly. We're trained to celebrate hiring, the press releases, the warm welcomes, the LinkedIn announcements. But when it comes to letting someone go, suddenly it's whispers and HR memos. Yet, it's one of the most defining tests of leadership. At our management workshops, I often begin with this golden rule: no one should ever be surprised to be fired. If an employee walks into your office and hears, "We're letting you go," and their face looks like they just saw a UFO, you failed as a manager. The truth is, being fired should never come as a shock. It should be the culmination of multiple conversations, not the start of one. It's not about punishment, it's about acknowledging that the current role isn't a good fit. Maybe they'll thrive in a different position or perhaps in a completely different environment. Either way, your responsibility as a leader is to ensure dignity, clarity, and closure. Now, here's how to approach the stages before the final decision, and the emotional intelligence needed to do it right. 1. Alert them, loud and clear. Before you even think about letting someone go, tell them their job is at risk, not in vague, diplomatic language, in plain English. Say it like this: things aren't working out right now, and here's what needs to change, or you will be fired. That last phrase, uncomfortable as it sounds, is critical. Too many managers hide behind euphemisms. We may have to part ways. This might not be the right fit. We might need to make some changes, all polite, all unclear. Ambiguity is the enemy of accountability. Employees deserve clarity, not coded corporate niceties. That said, there's one exception. If there's a gross violation like theft, harassment, or violence, fire immediately. No warnings, no PIPs. 2. Implement a performance improvement plan, PIP. Think of the PIP as the last bridge before the border. This is your formal structure to help the employee succeed, or at least to ensure fairness and transparency if they don't. A good PIP is specific, measurable, and time-bound. For example, you need to close 10 lakh rupees in new sales within 30 days. Customer satisfaction ratings must rise to 85% within 6 weeks. Will some of these be tough to meet? Absolutely, but that's the point: clarity. PIPs show that decisions aren't random or biased. Ironically, many employees, upon seeing the reality of their situation, will choose to resign on their own terms. 3. Increase supervision. Don't abandon them. If you normally meet your direct reports once a week, meet at-risk employees 2 or 3 times a week. This isn't micromanagement, it's mentorship under pressure. You're sending a message: I want you to succeed, but the clock is ticking. By being more involved, you're giving them every opportunity to turn things around. And if they don't, you can part ways knowing you did your best. 4. Handle the firing conversation with emotional intelligence. Here's where most leaders stumble. You've made the decision, now comes the human part. When you break the news, do it in person, respectfully, and privately. Never over email, never in public. A few simple rules. Keep it short, clear, and compassionate. Don't drag the conversation for an hour. Avoid blame. Focus on fit and performance, not personal flaws. This role requires a different pace and skill set, and it's not aligning with your strengths. Don't try to soften it so much that it creates false hope. Ambiguity is cruelty. End with dignity, a handshake, a genuine thank you for their efforts. Offer support, a reference, a letter, or guidance for their next step. As leadership expert Kim Scott, author of Radical Candor, says, caring personally while challenging directly is the balance great leaders strike. And this moment, the firing conversation, is the ultimate test of that balance. And here are some mistakes to be avoided. Don't delay tough calls. The longer you wait, the more it costs morale and money. Don't make it about you. This isn't your emotional release, it's their professional transition. Startup founder or a business owner, don't outsource the dirty work to HR. Leaders who hide behind HR lose credibility fast when you have smaller employee count. Don't sugarcoat or sermonize. They don't need a lecture. They need closure. Ironically, the best way to avoid firing people is to hire right, set expectations early, and communicate often. Great companies like Netflix and HubSpot are masters of this. Netflix's Keeper Test asks managers, if this person were leaving, would you fight to keep them? If the answer is no, that's your cue to start a conversation before it's too late. Firing someone isn't about power. It's about protecting the integrity of your team and the mission you're building. It's never easy, nor should it be. But when done right, it can be the most humane and necessary act of leadership, freeing both the company and the employee to find better alignment elsewhere. To put it simply, hire carefully, coach deliberately, fire gracefully. That's how strong leaders build stronger teams.